Welcome to AFLNT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League. Indigenous round continues into round 10, a time to honour the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander players and officials who've shaped and enriched our game for generations. And today it's the Buffaloes taking on the Wanderers in the Nungalinya Cup. My name is Will Zwar and I'm joined by my commentary partner Eilish Grundon. Eilish, how excited are you for this battle tonight?
Oh, it's going to be a very exciting battle. We've seen flickers of lightning in the sky, and no doubt we're going to start seeing them on the field shortly.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night. Both these teams sort of picked up a little bit, or had mixed seasons, I guess you could say. It's the replay of round one. On that night, it was a 52-point margin in favour of the Buffs on screen. They won their first two games, haven't won since then. And the Wanderers, they won a few weeks ago against Palmerston. But a rare opportunity for both sides to get the 4 points. So I think that they should be pretty excited. Buffaloes, I should correct myself, won last week against Palmerston. So they've won 3 for the season, Eilish.
Only just, though. Only just. So they'll be coming in after a really hard hit out last week. And then same with Wanderers wanting to redeem themselves after that big hit out with Pint. So it's going to be a very interesting game.
And Wanderers, they started the season really slow. They only have the one win to their name so far, but I think, they're a much better side compared to round one when they played off, and I'm expecting maybe... might not be a reverse of the result, but a close result than that 52-point margin we saw.
Oh, definitely. They hung in all the way the first 3 quarters last week. So if they can just push that four-quarter footy this game, we're going to be in for a great match.
And a quick shout-out to Jerome Motlop, JJ Motlop as he's affectionately known. 100 games for the Wanderers tonight. They'll be wanting to celebrate for him in style. Let's see how they go with him. Trying to spot him out on the field workout if they're starting him up in the forward line, maybe for an early goal. Doesn't look to be the case at the moment. Might even be coming off the bench for a pair of fresh legs. Waiting to get underway here at Cazalys in Palmerston. Few flickers of thunder, as you said, in the background. Don't know if they will get close enough to affect tonight's game. Had a brief sprinkle about 5:30 for about 20 seconds. Since then, it's been pretty dry in terms of rain out of the sky. Early work forward there for the Wanderers, but it's locked in pretty tight early. Umpire calls play on, now pops out. McBean gets boot to ball, tries to work it forward, or running through on the fly there was Hucker. Now into Lippo, early shot on goal across the face. Gets it out of bounds on the full.
Just like we predicted, a bit of a hot start here.
Wanderers come in now. Through Cleat. Come out now to Ben Maguire. Looks like he's going to go for a long crossover here. He finds Brenton Motlop. Over the top, comes into Marlin. Looking down the line now for Leggett. Nearly took it there, or nearly got a free kick for kicking in danger. Don't think there was contact made though. Comes out to Stokes, he pokes it forward. Can't find a target. Plenty of Wanderers defenders around the ball. Lippo hit the deck. And then a handball goes out from Brenton Motlop again. Out onto that far side. Clee gets it back inboard now to Wirchin. And kicks to space. Made Walsh work hard for it. He's got 2 to beat. One of them's Bradley Stokes. Or lays on a big strong tackle. Umpire calls for a free kick push in the back.
Unlucky there.
And, there might be... A player's gone down in the middle of the ground. I think it's going to be a reversal. So a free kick going to McBean. Gets it out to Wills. Had a player coming in hot pursuit, so had to get rid of it. Did so. Now looking for Lippo, who's been lively early. Oh, puts on a big, strong tackle. Takes his play to ground and follows up. Handball comes out from Fuller over the top. Oh, big collision here. Getting into it, there's Fuller. Need to be careful. Free kick will be given
Big physical contest there.
Bit of fire in this one early, Eilish.
Definitely expected these two to come out hot.
And we'll have a boundary throw in just forward of the wing for the Wanderers. Tapped out the back. Handball comes in. Hucker kicks to half forward. Good mark from behind, going to Holmesburg. Looks for a cross. Clee creates space for himself. Loops it down the line. Marlon, who's been lively early. And I think there's going to be a free kick paid there in favour of the Wanderers. Just a little bit of contact late. Loads up, looking to the top of the square. Goes through the hands of Bradley. Leggett trying to push. Ooh, handball through. The goal's under pressure means we have our first score of the night. A rush behind puts the Wanderers in front.
A lot of pressure straight away, which is good to see that the defence is pushing hard there.
Bradley Stokes to do the kick-out duties. Had to think for a second there, and then laser beams a pass out to Hucker, who's been lively early. One of their better players in last week's thriller against the Magpies. Stokes down the line. Good kick, finds Wills. Can expect a similar effort from here. Hucker again. Gives it to a runner. Out to Jared Stokes now. Road running his way through that middle. Into the pocket. Bounces off Lippo's shins almost. Tried to run through and pick it up. Getting a handball out there with Sambono. And a big tackle on Gooey in that forward line.
Great intensity there.
Taken out by Phillips. Smith-Thompson was tackled and ball turned over by the Buffs going inside their forward 50. Paddled in front there by Marlon. McBean gets it over. Oh, that has an arm over the shoulder. Umpire is going to call for a ball up though. Tap down. And there'll be a free kick paid. You might have heard through the mic there one of the players saying you didn't have it, and the umpires said the same thing. So McBean will have our first genuine attempt on goal for this evening, you would think here. No, he passes it off. Stokes nearly run down, has to give it off himself again now. Comes across to Mealy, he fumbled it, he's wrapped up. Try to get a handball away and the Wanderers take possession. Chance gone missing for the Buffs, and the umpires call it a free kick on half back.
Big missed opportunity there. They're going to just have to slow it down, try. It's going to come straight away out of here, out of their 50.
Mark taken though, it'll be turned over through Cassian Sambono, wearing the helmet tonight. Gets it to Clark, he'll play on. Goes into the pocket. Ooh, a little bit too much height on that one and spoiled over the boundary line.
Great intent by both teams early on here.
So again, yet to really have a genuine attempt on the goals here. Just one rush behind for the Wanderers. McBean had an opportunity. He was probably about only 45, 40 metres out, but he decided to give it off and just didn't quite work out for them. Here comes Hucker again. Little snap forward will be marked pretty easily in the end by Worthley. Looking out onto the reverse pocket. Gee, that could have been a coach killer. Lucky they got away with it. Sambono gives away a free kick for a high tackle, and Holmesburg pushes it down the line. Now taken by Walsh. Give it to the runner. Here is Matthew Motlop. Looking into full forward. Comes off hands. Will that be rushed through as well? Fraser Bradley not happy. But Wanderers double their lead. 2 points to 0. Still no real scorers yet tonight, Eilish.
No, not yet. I guess that just shows the great defence by both sides here tonight.
Turned over in the middle of the ground. We'll push it out. They might have an extra number here, the Wanderers. Well, Clee fumbled it. Now comes to Leggett. He wheels around. Centres it. Good kick. Laces out and finds Wilkes. He passes it off as well. No one wants to have a shot on goal. Finally, here comes Walsh. Walks in. Puts it through. Wanderers are on the board early.
Yeah, great to get that one across the line there for Wanderers. They'll be happy with that.
And it sort of feels like the Buffs have probably had a little bit more of the ball, a little bit cleaner. But when they have gotten on that half-forward line, they haven't really taken their opportunities. That's probably the first or second that Wanderers have had. And although it took them a while to get there, Walsh has just walked in and kicked the first goal of the evening.
Looks like a very slippery pill out there as we just see that huge lightning strike behind the players.
Tap down. Walsh with the clearance. Oh, nearly overran it. Stokes escapes, gets a handball away. Now running forward here. Hucker, can he reply? Oh, it won't go through the big sticks. That's across the face. Maybe should have looked a little bit lower as that one's out on the full. Now with Worthley. Who go down that far side. Handball forward from Walters.
Ooh.
Big heavy hit. There's been some big ones tonight. And looks like Ben Maguire's just come to the bench, potentially with a blood rule, a cut eye, so we'll keep an eye on him. He's holding a towel up to his face. Meanwhile, a ball up on the far wing. Wirchin wrapped up. Handball pops out. Big strong tackle from Gooey. Clark again trying to get involved, make his presence felt. Now running through Brenton Motlop. We'll get a handball across now to Marlin. Just kicks it long beyond the pack, beyond the numbers. Bradley gets a handball over the top to Walsh. Was intercepted on the fly. Smith Thompson tried to work it back as well. Nearly a fumble through there by Deans. And then Morrison, I thought he got through, but a whistle's been blown and there's going to be a free kick going the way of the Wanderers. Not sure what that one was for. And it will go the way of the milestone man. And it's going to be 50-metre penalty. Can't be doing that, Eilish.
No, poor discipline there by Buffs. They're the ones that the coaches absolutely hate.
Pretty simple. If you give away a free kick, just give the ball straight back. And they would love to get this one through. One of their favourites, JJ Motlop, 100th game tonight. Comes in, kicks Truly, and they get around him, extend their lead out to 14 points. 100 games for the club tonight. That's a good way to celebrate. Hopefully for him, there's a little bit more celebrating to do this evening. And from a team who lost the corresponding fixture in round one, that's a pretty good start.
Yeah, off to a very strong start there.
I think on that night, they might not even have scored until the second half, so to get two in the first quarter shows how far they've come. Maguire just getting stitched up on the interchange bench in front of us here. And back in the middle of the ground, it looks like it's going to be Roberts up against Atkinson in the ruck. Atkinson already with one win tonight. the Women's Premier League game earlier, an 84-point margin in favour of the Buffs, the women's side, which he coaches. Now doing it in the ruck for the Men's Premier League side. Busy man.
Very busy.
Ball up in the middle of the ground. Taken by Wills. Just tries to grab it forward. Pretty quick thinking there by Gooey on half forward line. Now from Shanks. His ball may be intercepted. Wanderers getting plenty of the ball. Gaining a little bit of ground with each touch, and now maybe they're away, not quite. Comes back, Werchin has a bit more space, and he just puts it on the lace. Turns it over though. Here's McGregor. Pushes down the line. Good strong lead there from Gooey. Probably his best start to a game so far this season from what we've seen.
He's been absolutely everywhere.
Now Clark bombs it inside the forward 50. Hucker couldn't take it cleanly. Comes out now with Worthley again. Pushes it across to McRae. Loads up down the line. Wills will pick it up. Handball out wide. Trying to tap it to himself was Morrison. Didn't quite work. Now Foster. In fact, that's Atkinson. Clee gets a handball over the top. And Morrison just taken out over the boundary line. So another boundary throw in.
It's an extremely fast-paced game here. Neither team are giving themselves a chance to breathe. It's great to see them both taking it on, but the one that steadies the most is probably going to convert next.
Ball tapped down and taken through the middle of the ground. Runs Motlop. Nearly offered some pressure. Now Wills goes inside the forward 50. Good strong lead there. Beautiful kick to Lehman. And he marks inside kicking range. Doesn't even turn to see if there's another option there, Eilish.
No, he's going to back himself in here. Pretty good angle he's on, right in not exactly in front, but pretty close.
Coming in for what's really the Buffs' first genuine attempt on goal. He's shanked that one. That one hasn't even troubled the scorers. It would have given them a little bit more pep in their step and confidence, you'd think, but they're still searching.
Yeah, there's a slight breeze here, but I don't think he can blame the kick on that.
So resetting from the back pocket in front of the Cazalys Arena grandstand. Oh, he just goes long and high, hoping for the best. Phillips, the ruckman at the fall of it. That's bounced out over the back. That might go well for them. Keeping it alive there was Marlon, and then he turns back over the boundary line. Look, they've gained a lot of ground from that. I'm not sure if it was necessarily best option in terms of finding a target, though.
No, it's gotten them out of the hot zone, but still going to be back in that same predicament here as the ball goes up.
Atkinson tries to paddle it out. Ball still up for dispute. Clee gets away. Kicks it forward. Just did so in hope, and it's turned over. Mark will go the way of Marty Parsons. Looks for a little shift. Oh, not a good place to turn it over. Centre half back in the hands now of Shanks, and a 50-metre penalty again. So 2 in this first quarter. That one may be a little bit more subtle, but just overstepped the mark there, I think.
Ever so slightly. That's a really unlucky call there, but it's the way the game goes. And now surely he will be able to slot this one straight through.
Yeah, it looked like the mark, I think, was just on the paint or maybe just inside or outside. So you think this is going to be point blank. Doesn't really seem to bother him too much. Goes in, puts it straight over the umpire's head, and a little skipping rope celebration as well, if you don't mind.
They're happy about that one.
20-point lead now, and Shanks adds his name to the scorers list. And your umpires tonight on the field, Hayden Black, Shannon Van Boven and Callum Loney. Riding the boundary, Lachlan Hamer, Mitchell Walker, Catherine Flynn and Annika Migol. And behind the goals, Noah Polino and Max Rainey. Shout out to our umpires for this evening. So this time it's the Wanderers with a fast start against the Buffs, looking to avenge their round 1 loss. Again, that thunderstrike in the background there, providing a beautiful background for tonight's clash. A little bit of thunder on the field as well in terms of fiery in the first 5 or 6 minutes. It's settled down a little bit since then. Umpire calls for a free kick. Going the way of the Wanderers again out of the middle. It's going to be the strapped up Maguire. Just forward of centre. Plenty of time for the defenders to shift into the zone and man up. Comes off hands. Stokes taps it out. Oh, it's very cheeky off to right. Got it back. Now goes down. Looking in there for McBean. He tried to paddle it off to the runner in, I think that was in McGregor there. Or in Elijah Coombs rather. But they couldn't make anything of it. Wanderers looking for Maguire in the middle. Ooh, not a good place to kick it when Stokes is lurking. Then gives it off to Wills. Another one with plenty of accolades. Wanderers trying to work it out here. Finally they come out to McRae. Gets a handball over the top to Leggett. He pushes into the lead of Bradley. Oh, that's a beautiful kick. Good mark as well.
Great big strong mark there. He kicked an absolute bag against Pint last week, so I'll back him in to kick this one.
His first real opportunity for the night. I think he operates a little bit better when he does have an open forward line, which Buffs have been quite good from what we've seen so far, just getting back a little bit quicker too, so hasn't been able to explode off the lead as he likes, but finally got his way. And with his shot on goal late in the quarter here. Good looking kick, but just wide. Get out to 3-3. Buffs bring it back in, looking for Stokes. He's beckoning a teammate. Might give it off to his brother. Then handballs over the top. Bradley Stokes gets it back. Gee, he's absolutely raking them up, isn't he? Pushes it down the line. McBean, a little fumble. Oh, little clip on the way through to Fuller. And then Sam Bono of the Cassian variety got a handball away. Umpire will call for a ball up.
Plenty of ball movement through there, but just didn't gain any ground from it at all.
Comes off hands. Leggett back out in a high kick. I'm not sure if that's going to do anything meaningful. In fact, oh, it's... I need to be careful there. Tim Allman just hit the deck after the ball was out of play. Nothing untoward in it, but we'll have a boundary throw in. You're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. Here at Cazalys Stadium, round 10 action. It's a 21-point lead to the Wanderers. Tapped down there by Phillips. Big long kick. Lippo, who's probably been the most lively of the Buffaloes forwards, couldn't take a mark there. Comes out, or Lippo's hunting for it now. Kick goes out. Maguire couldn't take the mark. Leggett, he tried to get it off and get a handball away. Stokes ferocious in his hunt for it. And Jared Stokes just gives him something. He needs to be careful here. A little bit of a bicker there.
Definitely some physical contest happening.
Tension's heating right up again. Tap down. McRae gets it, kick away. Deans is there to intercept. Just gets it long and wide and down the line. McBean, the target, comes off his hands and spills out over the boundary line.
Buffs would really like to get one here before the quarter's up. It could be a real momentum shift for them.
It doesn't feel like on field as well. It's been relatively one-sided. I think 2 of the 3 goals to the Wanderers have been from 50-metre penalties, but 21 points just doesn't quite feel the justice result at the moment, does it?
Not at all.
Free kick to Shanks on the wing. Ball bounces off the chest. 2 bites of the cherry. No, umpire says play on. Comes out to Hucker. Gee, he was nearly swiped as well as he got rid of it. Kicks down the line, and that will be the first quarter. So a 21-point margin, and there's a little bit going on just on the back flank with someone taking a little somersault and tumble over their opponent. I think they're just trying to separate now. Jared Stokes getting involved, now going his own way. Easy, settle down. Got 3 more quarters of footy to play.
A lot of emotion in that one.
We'll bring you the second quarter after this quarter time break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Cazalys Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Cazalys has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at cazalyst.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. King for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this team. This is my city, yeah, this is my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, 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 up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're in the front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to round 10 action of the NTFL Men's Premier League. Friday night footy between the Buffs and the Wanderers, and it's the Wanderers who, against the trend that they've been playing with so far this season, have come out of the blocks early, a 21-point lead. 3-3, they lead the Buffaloes by.
There was plenty of motion towards the end of that quarter. Hopefully they've all had some Gatorade and calmed down and ready to play some more footy.
Yeah, it sort of fizzled on and off throughout that first quarter a bit. I thought it had settled down well and truly, and then probably in the last 90 seconds it just fired up again. We'll see how it picks off here as Deans comes off half-back early, gets a handball away in the nick of time. Oh, Stokes is almost squashed between two Wanderers, maybe appealing for a little bit of high contact. Clee, oh, that's a beautiful kick down the line. Bit too beautiful, bounces off the chest of his teammate. Leggett, he snaps it inside the forward line. And defensive mark taken by Bradley Stokes. Those two Stokes boys front and centre of the heat early, and good smother there coming through from Tim Allman. Wanderers looking to go forward early again in this second quarter. Ball comes up, just punched forward by Phillips. Leggett should run onto it. Oh! I think he's copped an elbow there from Deans by the look of it. Maybe just an errant shoulder.
That was a huge hit there.
Looks like he's going to have a shot. Makes his mark. Very tight angle. Clark giving Ullman some attention in the background. Decent position here to see how his kick goes. Cody Leggett in one of their shining lights this year. That's a good kick. Oh, just hits the post. And Deans just goes to give him a quick little apology. No harm, no foul. Clark from the kick in. Looks down the line. Gooey gets a hand in there. Deans, oh. Some big bodies flying across early, Eilish.
Yeah, feeling it all the way up here in the commentary box.
And then the crowd also giving some advice as well as the Buffs finally move forward. Can they get a kick on goal? Don't think it's going to be at the moment. Maybe a snap goes up or across the face. And a whistle's blown. It'll be a free kick going the way of the Buffs.
That seems to be the free kick end down that end.
And a few Bronx cheers. And a 50-metre penalty as well. So Adam Sambono will kick their opening goal. Pops it over the top, and the Buffs are on the board.
Not sure what happened there to give away that penalty, but again, like we said, it's a fiery match, so something's going on there.
Two clubs pretty desperate for a win as well. It seems like there is quite a big divide between that top six and that bottom three in the men's competition, Eilish, so any opportunity they get is golden.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to see them both come out with a lot of passion in this one.
And if the Buffs can work their way back into this one and on top of it walk away with the 4 points, maybe, just maybe, they can extend that top six out to a top seven. They're still in the hunt in terms of games won and points. Wanderers just the one win so far in the split points from the Cyclone weekend. Leggett almost held there. Gooey gets a handball out. Hucker made time for himself and then just belts it forward. Comes off hands. Holmesburg, oh, big body on there. Down the line they go. And then I think that one was a push in the back. Wanderers keen to keep going, but they'll be brought back there. Walsh, who open the account tonight, try to take advantage. Keenan Smith-Thompson gives it off to a runner.
There's lots of whistles going on here.
Be brought back again. Smith-Thompson just directing traffic down the line and decides to go laterally. Wirchin to Worthley. McRae. Inside 50 he goes. Oh, good hands there by Phillips.
Very strong mark.
Playing in front spot there. Maybe eyeing off the goals. Is he going to open up the angle? No. I think he's going to go back and go through his set routine. Played a pretty important role for them so far this year, predominantly in the ruck, somewhat undersized, particularly when you're looking at the likes of Matty Dennis and Wyatt Ryan. Phillips comes in, an opportunity for some reward for his effort this year. That one across the face, spills through hands and over for a boundary throw-in. Ball still alive for a scoring opportunity for the Muck Mucks. Double tap down, or Walsh takes it out, try to get a handball through. Handball comes to Clark. He's pushed over the line. Wright gets a handball off to Stokes. Here comes Motlop. Just goes for a short one, maybe not enough on it. Smith-Thompson trying to put a tackle on. Buffaloes get it out of there. Oh, nearly had a runner and held without it. I thought that might have been paid for holding the ball as he sort of took possession, was tackled, and then it just fell out of his hands, but the umpire sent it differently. Deans takes the mark, plays on, crosses the 50, kick towards goal is wide and out of bounds on the full.
Buff's defence did great to get that ball out of there then. There was quite a few handballs and then they were able to clear it away to give their forwards that shot on goal. Unfortunate miss there.
Brenton Motlop in the back pocket. Just goes for a short, sharp one. And they get it out of their defensive 50. Smith-Thompson paid the free. In fact, it's going to be a 50-metre penalty. Impact after he took the mark. So they're happy to stamp their authority tonight, the umpires. That's the fourth 50-metre penalty we've had so far this evening. Smith-Thompson will move it pretty quickly. Told to play on. Sambono puts some pressure on. Not enough. Wanderers pick it up. Kick towards goal. What a ripper that one was.
Great goal.
And that one has gone the way of Tom Worthley. Puts the margin back out to 22 points.
Buffs are really going to have to do something to slow this momentum down. Wanderers are just able to slot them through.
Yeah, great goal on the run there. Sort of came out of nowhere as well. Felt like momentum was somewhat in the Buff sails, and Wanderers just chipped away down that far side and again took the opportunity when it presented itself. Back in the middle of the ground. Ball goes up, handballed out over the back. Ooh, Phillips puts some body contact on as Motlop goes forward. Bradley maybe a little bit of contact. Ball spills out through and goes over for a boundary throw in.
Straight back down into the Wanderers 50 here.
they build on their momentum at a second goal in as many minutes. Ball comes through from Orman. Motlop running through, goes to check side. There's been a whistle blown again. It's going to be an incorrect disposal, so a free kick going the way of the boys in blue. Nathan Deans with the ball in his arms. Just brought back onto his line. Just goes for a little one over the top to right. Now to Russell. Foster. Been a little quieter tonight. Can he be a spark for the Buffs? We know that he's a pretty handy goal scorer. A long way from goals now. Toe poked along the ground. And then comes back to Leggett. Into McGregor again. Evades one. Pushes it down the flank to Lippo, who kept running. Didn't know if the umpire caught advantage. That's a shot on goal, and the umpire calls it a behind early. Maybe it would have been better to go back and take the shot, Eilish.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame there. He played that one on.
Told to move. Down the line they go. And free kick paid for a push out. Will go the way of Keenan Smith-Thompson. Wanderers keen to move quickly. They've got a few numbers on if they can get it there. Instead, they go to a runner, and it'll be another 50-metre penalty. Infringement zone there. So that's the 5th already tonight, and the 4th going the way of the Wanderers. And this one might just put him in range. He's going to give it off to Maguire. Launches it towards goal, and he loves that one. Points to the sky.
Wow. Another goal off a 50-metre penalty. Very interesting. And super unselfish play there, knowing that he probably didn't have the distance and just to handball it off.
Yeah, really great work from the Wanderers there. They're playing a much more, I guess, team-orientated style of footy these last couple of weeks as well. And that play there epitomises that. Maguire gets on the board for his first of the evening. Spent a bit of time off. Went off early with, it looked like a cut on his eye. Because he got the tape around his noggin at the moment. Atkinson taps it down. Push has come in from Wills there. That fire's starting to bubble again, Eilish.
Things are heating up.
Foster gets a kick forward. Motlop. Oh.
There's
Shocker.
another whistle.
Shocker of a kick off the boot, but he was hit off the ball, so kick will come downfield. Again, they're giving it off to the runner here. Happy to do that. Keep it moving.
That might be the secret here. The Wanderers have just kept that ball moving the whole time.
McRae kicks it high into that centre corridor. Bounces over the back. Bradley trying to gather it. Just dribbles it through, and that one goes through. Loved it straight away, and they extend out now to a 33-point lead. Where did that come from?
Yeah, that was a sneaky little one. He threaded that right through. 2 or 3 players there. Goals, and he's really happy about it too.
So that's the first of the night to Fraser Bradley. And I think you're right, Eilish. After a little bit of flirting in that first quarter, I think the Wanderers know that they will outrun the Buffs. They've got them covered for pace, so they're going to look for that runner coming through every time and trust that their players are doing the right thing, being accountable, running forward as the momentum's shifting their way.
Yeah, just need Buff's forward line to maybe work a little bit harder. They're just letting it, as soon as it comes in, it's coming straight back out again.
In the middle now, up for another ball up. And I think that's another key as well. A few times when I have looked there, they have had all 6 forwards in the forward line as the wind is picking up a lot at the moment. I wonder if Fina's going to make a little return for a cameo in tonight's fixture. Gooey kicks it high. Mark couldn't be taken. Leggett, he bursts through, gets a handball out to Wirch and couldn't take it easily. Look at those trees in the background as the wind really picking up now. Williams a long way from home. Expect the ball to stay a lot lower this next few minutes as Foster takes a kick inside the forward 50. Don't know if he knows what he's going to do here. Got a bit of a micro storm that's just sort of popped up out of nowhere. Concerns for the tent in the commentary box. Kick towards goal is an absolute floater. And luckily for the Buffs, it's paid off as Wright standing by himself. It just landed in his lap. Play halted a little bit here. But yeah, back to the point we were making a little bit earlier. We've looked forward and seen sort of all 6 forward line matchups in the Buffalo's forward line, which means when they do get an opportunity in the middle or at half forward, Eilish, there's just not enough room for proper leads to be made and, yeah, for a good kick forward. Yeah,
exactly. This will be sweet for Wright as he's an ex-Wanderers player. So, yeah, he'll be Devo with that one.
That wind playing havoc, but the Wanderers, they might not be too upset by it given they've got a handy now 32-point lead. Brought back in, kicked forward by Hucker. Buffs aren't going to let that opportunity go to waste that easily. As we cross the 16-minute mark of this second quarter. Ball comes back in. Bounces off the chest of Keenan Smith-Thompson. I think the umpire's going to call it that he was held before he had the footy, so he will get a free kick out of there.
No one's rushing to give that ball back.
Or we might even just have a reset. They might not have been happy with the bounce. A little bit of thunder on the horizon as well. It's all happening out here at Cazalys, and in the top end as you're enjoying your Friday night footy. Handball comes out, but Wright is there to halt it. Throws the ball onto the boot, I should say, and then a big strong tackle comes in from Gooey. Ball pops out, and it's handballed over there by Kaylee Roberts for another boundary throw-in, or it'll be a free kick rather, going the way of the Buffs. Fosto's come alive in the latter half of this second quarter. And pushes it into that centre corridor, and again he just finds the target. As I think we've got a little bit of rain, not here on the commentary box, but only about 100 metres away on the field.
It was a nice flat kick there to give him this opportunity.
And Hucker, he doesn't waste it at all. The goal umpire barely moved. And he gets his side's second goal. They trail by 26 points and trying to work their way back into the game.
Yeah, they've just slowed the ball down a little bit. 2 flat kicks, which have given them that opportunity on goal, which at least this one's gone through. Might be that nice cool breeze that's just sort of level-headed them a little bit.
Yeah, certainly cooled off the tensions, and yeah, there's a few sort of walls of water falling out there. It's quite a funny old night as it's now starting to fall around us here.
The ball was already pretty slippery, so this is only going to make it even more of a... There's still more going on the field.
Just trying to get the 6-6-6 rule in order. Both the wings on this near side are both on that wing position, but about 30 metres away from each other. Wind certainly picking up. Wanderers push it out on that far side. McGregor gets a handball out, and then they just hoik it up in the air. Umpire calls play on. Trying to run through now. It seems like the Buffs have picked up the pace. Russell running through.
And here's this rain. This is going to come down really heavy now.
.26 lead, all the more gold in this situation. So we're 19.5 minutes through this second quarter. You're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League live on the NT News and Community TV. Ball still up for dispute on that far wing as the weather conditions have changed. The play has changed too. The momentum and the sting really been taken out of this one. There'll be a free kick going the way of Wanderers.
It'll be interesting if Buffs still try a lot of ball movement like they have been, or if they're going to slow it down a little bit with this wet weather.
Little toe poke to keep it alive, and then Stokes, just a little fumble again. We're going to see plenty of that in this second half, you'd think.
Poor schoolboard kids are standing out in the rain.
Working for every penny. Surely a can of lemonade at the end of the day and a warm burger or something will suffice. Ball comes up. Little intent to keep it inside. And so we'll have another boundary throw in. Trying conditions. Ground still seems in pretty good nick at the moment despite the water that's falling on it. We'll see how long that lasts. It seems like decent volume, Eilish. I'm no meteorologist, but it doesn't seem like it's particularly heavy, so I'm not sure what impact that is going to have, if any at all. But that's what we're seeing. And there's a mark inside the forward 50 going the way of McRae.
Oh, he's going to take his time. He's quite far out. He'd be almost on the 50 there.
Yeah, it looks like the player on the mark is just inside the paint. Probably standing on about 45 metres. So McRae was 55 when he got onto it. That kick is well wide.
First season up here in Northern Territory, so maybe not used to that ball once it gets wet, potentially, with the distance there.
Plays on after that out of bounds. Comes off hands now. Dancing through Jared Stokes. He's been a bit quieter this second quarter. Gets it off to Gooey, who launches it forward.
He received a lot of heavy impact, so potentially just laying low, regathering himself.
Taking it easy, and they might have been listening a bit too intently to us, Eilish, because that time when they moved forward, if the Buffs took a mark, there would have been no one to kick it to. There was no one up forward at all.
No one at all.
Just sort of need to sort themselves out in that forward structure. Putting some pressure on now. Smith-Thompson. Oh, 3 Buffs went for the ball. 2 of them flew right past it. Now Leggett comes through, gets a handball out to the 3rd or 4th option. Intercepting was Gooey, and then got a check side working forward. Now the ball at centre half forward for the Buffs. Lippo's done very well just to stop, turn on a dime, burst through the pack, sells a bit of candy, almost falls over. And I think he's been pinged for running too far. That would have been something special.
That would have. That was amazing footwork through there.
And the Wanderers keen to get a move on, as they have been this second quarter. Motlop, play still going, got a handball away, just in the nick of time. Shanks, in fact it was Fuller, sorry, almost taking the ground without it. Now Kalen Russell, he gets a kick forward. Marked by Worthley. And now they push it down the line. Play on. Maguire will use his pace. He launches it as the wind picks up again. Looking for grass. Finds it. Motlop was at the fall of it. He'll go try and paddle it forward to himself again. Gets it out. Leggett running onto it. Picked it up cleanly in the wet. Under pressure from McGregor. And then handballed over the top to Ullman. Bradley, just went beyond him. Ball's still alive. Comes through, tries to keep it in, and the siren beats them in the end.
No, they were lucky there to get away with that.
And I think he's had a shot after the siren, which looked like it was pretty good in the end, but won't count for anything, as the halftime score will read 6-4-40 to the Wanderers, leading by 26 points against the Buffs. 26-point margin here at Cazalys Stadium. We'll bring you the second half after the break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary. We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah, she loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Cazalys Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Cazalys has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at cazalysnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. King for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team. If you talk
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to round 10 action of the Men's Premier League of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League season. Clash between Darwin Buffaloes and the Wanderers. Completely different scenes here to what we had before the half-time break. That was what sort of resembled a game of Aussie rules. I think this second half is going to be very different. I'm Will Zwar, bringing you tonight's game. With me is Eilish Grundon. What has happened the last half hour, Eilish?
Oh, my goodness. Well, we said there was going to be lightning. We just didn't expect absolute downpour with it. Two teams have been going at it hard, so it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a completely different game.
Yeah, I think if you're in the Wanderers camp, you're very happy to have a 26-point lead. They managed to burst out of the blocks early. I think they kicked the first 4 goals, or 3 goals at least, before the Buffs got on the board. Just having a quick look at the scenes in front of us as well on the Wanderers bench. There's shoes being held aloft saying, do you want to change into the different colours, the different studs, just if that might give you a little bit more slick and sheen on the ground out there. Umpire holds the ball aloft as we're going to get underway. Can the Buffs dig into this 26-point deficit and wrangle the game back on their terms? It's tapped down by Phillips. Stokes running through, overruns the ball, but kicked out of there. I think that was by Foster, only as far as Leggett. Probably went all of 16 metres. Now pushes it inside the forward line. Hits grass, makes a splash as it goes. Deans, his opponent went flying beyond him. Ball goes out wide. Taken there now by Fuller, and his kick turned over. A few errant kicks early in this one. It feels like momentum is going to completely change as a result of, I guess, also not just the rain, but hitting when it did at that halftime break, Eilish.
Yeah, it's a real... they've just come out to a completely different game. It take a little bit to adapt to it.
As that ball is just hacked along the ground and spills out over the boundary line.
Buffs' defence have been relentless. They've made it really hard for Wanderers. So interesting to see if they can hold up in this second half here.
Just on the forward flank of the Wanderers, this ball is going to go in. Atkinson on Phillips in the ruck. Phillips got hands to it first, but spilled out over the back. Allman, taken without it, will earn himself a free kick. No. Goes the way of Deans instead. He goes long down the line.
Oh,
good take there. Intercepted. Not a good kick, though. You'll see a few of them in this half, I suspect. Leggett tries to dance around an opponent. Kicks to full forward. Bradley couldn't get a jump. but I think he's earned himself a free kick. Advantage paid, and the ball goes through as Walsh kicks the first of the second half to go with the first of the first half he kicked earlier tonight. And they extend their lead out to 32 points, 7-4-46. They're leading the Buffaloes 2-2-14.
So just like they left the third quarter, straight back on the scoreboard there.
Ball will be brought back to the middle of the ground. And again, Wanderers not really getting a lot of opportunity, as you said, Eilish, thanks to, I guess, the tight defence and midfield in particularly, but they're just making the most of the opportunities that are presented to them when they get it forward, and that last play was no exception. Phillips gets a handball out of the ruck, down to Leggett. Again, they're just moving forward a little bit too easily now. Bradley overruns it. McGregor picks it up, pushes it out that far side wing, just above the... I think it's a little primary school and a cliff out there on the far side here of Cazalys Stadium. A little bit of candy sold, if you don't mind. And now the Buffs move forward. Intercepted on half back. I think that might be... Ooh, Fuller's being told to go back on his line. Turns it over. McBean. Oh, sells a bit of candy. Comes off hands and spills out over the boundary line there. And looks like a Wanderers player's come off a little bit worse for wear. He's up and about. So what seemed like a pretty light shower just before half time has developed into a pretty heavy downfall. Picked up there and now out by Worthley. Running back with the flight. Mark taken a long way from home. Loads up, launches. Comes off the hands of Foster. He slips over in the deck. Doesn't have his ankles taped. Wouldn't have thought. McBean, he also goes down. Oh, he tries to keep it with his feet intact. Fuller just gets boot to ball to try and get it out of there. And I think there's going to be a free kick for a hold going the way of the Wanderers.
The umpire's whistle still working the rain, which is good.
No hesitation from them so far tonight. They've been pretty keen to stamp their authority, and anything that's looked like half a chance, they've been happy to call, as is their prerogative. Handball, oh no, he's run through. I think that might be Wirchin there, looking for Smith-Thompson, who will get it on the half volley there from Fraser Bradley. Now pushes it out wide. That one will go to grass. Hasn't been kind to his teammate in Clee, but he's pretty clever. He can try and make it work over the top to Walsh. Will get it back. No, not enough on it. Stokes gets it over the top now, looking for Hucker. Down the line, he spots someone out in the rain perfectly. No, just got a fingertip to it, but a cheeky paddle forward, trying to toe poke it in front of him was Kalen Russell. Turned over again at half back. Mark taken by Worthley. Keen to move. He can push off the mark. He didn't. Stokes tried to gobble him up pretty quickly. Phillips comes back to him now. He goes in. Handball will come off from Shanks off to Worthley again. They're holding it up in the middle of the ground.
That play that they used in that first quarter was that handball off that mark like that, but it just is not paying off in this wet weather.
No, I think you're absolutely right there, Eilish. They probably just need to settle a little bit more when they've got possession and make the most of their possession when they do have it. Make their disposals count. Will come out Clark, you think will get to it first. No, he hesitates and overruns it. Slips over in the wet. Tapped up now to Marlin. He dribbles it along the ground. Clee, he picks it up and is met with the boundary line. 7 minutes gone in this third quarter. Absolutely pouring down. Probably the first big downpour we've had since Cyclone Fina came through 13 days ago. Cancelled a week's worth of footy. You get all sorts up here in the Territory. Makes for a very different game. Punched out of there by Phillips. Handball out from Allman to the runner on the fly, and Leggett, who then dances through, throws on his left. That one's going to the hot spot. Bradley reacts and takes a mark in trying conditions. Just saw a sniff of an opportunity and went for it.
Very strong mark there.
Some good basic instinct happening there as well. Looks like they've sort of built on and developed this year that if you see a ball coming, you know roughly where it's going to go, and if you just throw it on the boot, you should be aiming it in a sort of somewhat specific direction. Oh, that's not a good kick from Fraser Bradley.
No, very unlike him to miss those ones.
As we said, kicked a bag last week. Just got the one tonight, a little dribbler from about 25 out. Deans takes a mark.
Deans has been great back there.
Without him, could be a bigger deficit as well, Eilish. Certainly one of the more impactful players on the ground. Gooey put some pressure on. Great work from Gooey. Could have been turned inside out there. Instead, he tackles a milestone man who, although kicking the second game of the night, has been a little bit quieter, but not necessarily playing a role where he's going to pick up 1,000 touches either. I think Hucker's hesitated a little bit too there, almost absorbed the tackle before it came. Happy to concede a ball up. Kicked off the ground by Leggett. Brief flash of lightning.
A little bit of a mess there on the ground. No one could really get it out.
Handball comes out over the top. Motlop now tries to toe poke it to himself. That's a bit clever. Taken without it. Ball spills out over the boundary line, and it's going to be a boundary throw-in. The way they're blowing tonight, I thought that might have been a free kick.
Very surprising it wasn't.
Handball comes out, and now with Matthew Motlop it is. His kick, maybe just not enough on it, and it threw for a point. Dribbled through in the wet. And when these conditions change the style of game you've got to play, we've sort of talked about where the Wanderers can adjust their game here, Eilish, but it also sort of shakes out those who really want to play. Fist comes down. Handball from Phillips. Back into Motlop. Back into Fuller.
Just off his shins there. Was a little bit unlucky. But you're right, Will. The boots get heavier. You really figure out if you want to be out there or not on a night like this.
A couple of Wanderers players, namely Kaylee Roberts and Hamish McRae, standing on the paint waiting for an interchange. They're happy to stand out in the rain. Or maybe not Kaylee Roberts, just trudging back a little bit towards the bench. We've done him a little bit dirty there. It's meanwhile coming through Billy Shanks, trying to win the ball. Another ball up. Halfway through this third quarter, you think the Busts need to get the next goal, and they probably need the one after that. Otherwise, the weather conditions, the time, the game clock, everything's just going to go against them a little bit. And there's a free kick going the way of the Wanderers. A snap-on goal's gone high. I think it's gone across the face and just a point to the Muck-Mucks.
Yeah, a bit of a wasted opportunity there with that one. But potentially the footy gods playing their playing their cards there.
Stokes will bring it in. Pushes it over to Wills. Pushes it out that far side. Comes off hands and spills over for a boundary throw-in. 35-point margin here at Cazalys.
This rain is not easing up at all. Starting to look more like a pool than an actual footy field.
Looks like they're doing Tough Mudder out there or something.
Yes.
Spills over the boundary line and will reset again. Quick little warm-up. I'm just having a quick look at the Bureau map. That rain is not going anywhere anytime soon, so you can expect it to last out longer than the players, longer than the 45-odd minutes we've got left of this game. Probably even less than that.
Unlucky there. Tried to do a bit of a handball up to Jackson Clark. It's just that wet ball. It's going to be a lot heavier and a lot slipperier.
Coombs on Phillips in the ruck. Oh, Phillips just muscles his way to the front. A little bit of tunnel ball going on, and then they tried to get a run on. Might work here, almost running like a rugby line, the Buffs. Oh, look at the numbers on the screen. Just double blue jumpers everywhere. A cheeky kick over the top to Sean Wright. Tries to shrug the tackle, taken over. And they're going to call that a ball up. Or a boundary throw in, I should say.
They were running in a pack.
Fuller on top of the ball now. Defensive 50. Now it's the Wanderers' time to sort of prevent the Buffs from having any realistic chance on goal, isn't it?
It is. I'm glad they've got those kids an umbrella in the background.
Yeah, they've definitely earned more than just their lemonade and burger. Maybe a couple little chocky bars and a hot chocolate to go with it. Give them the candy show, I reckon.
Yeah.
As Walsh kicks it down the line. Clark was waiting for it on the outside. Instead, it's intercepted. Oh, good work there from the milestone man. JJ Motlop turns on a dime, kicks it to the run there of, I think it was Maguire, but intercepted, and now it's in the hands of Hucker. He's got the right idea. Just take a breath, settle it down, make the most of your possession. Goes out to Foster.
He's going to go long. Probably not the best option in this wet footy.
Oh, high tackles come in there, going the way of Hucker. Goes out wide to Williams. You feel like the Buffs are maybe playing to the conditions a little bit better in terms of stemming the bleeding, but there's still time for them to work their way back in this game. They need to try and work on a game plan that's going to bring them scores. Only 2-2 for the evening, and they have not scored since half-time. Walsh. In fact, I don't even think they've got inside their forward 50 this quarter, Eilish.
No, it just shows the defence of the Wanderers are just as desperate as what their forward line are to get it out of there.
Punched out by Phillips into Motlop. Sells a bit of candy, runs through the traffic, gets to Walsh, who he kicks it forward. Bounces off hands. Wirch and he kept running through as well. And then just throws it on the boot, gets it high under the lights here at Cazalys. Williams, he check sights it to keep it alive, but it lands in the lap of an opponent. No, umpire says play on as Foster puts on a tackle. Pinged him for holding the ball.
He was definitely not trying to get that one out, so the right call by the umpire. It's just going to be who's there for him.
Foster directing traffic. I reckon they wouldn't mind having him at the end of this one. Maybe not to mark, but he'd be in a beautiful spot to crumb and run in. Gets a handball out to Clark. Gets through a tackle, loads up, darts it along the ground. Not sure if that was the option in the wet. Maybe that wasn't the intention. And I think he's taken the ball and run over the boundary line, so we'll have a boundary throw in. And with all this rain as well, I don't think there's time or energy for them to, I won't say they were throwing the fists before, but get as charismatic as they were, Eilish.
No, probably not as emotional as what they were.
It's a very good word for it. Comes down now. Here comes Maguire. He's been everywhere tonight. Ball very wide on the boundary line. There's not too much mud out there, which makes you think it's in pretty good nick, the ground here. So shout out there to the groundskeepers. But I think if there was an award going out for the muddiest bloke and there was any mud out there to stick to your skin, I think Maguire would probably be leading the way out there.
Yeah, he's been relentless right from the start. We've seen a few good stints from a few good players, but he's been very consistent.
Dean started this passage of play, now comes in to Morrison inside the forward 50. He goes. Sambono had about 4 to beat there, as you can see, golden jumpers on your screen now. Worthley got the ball out of there. Leggett, he's trying to pick it up. Oh, big strong tackle there from Stokes, ever hungry at the ball. Clark, he tried to keep it alive, had a little tumble, and it spilled over the boundary line.
Buffs aren't giving up, which is good to see. They never were going to, but they're still pushing. It's just that time is really running out for them here.
Phillips, he's been really impressive in this second half in particular. Comes through. Now to Leggett. Just gains some ground. It's a one-on-one. Anything could happen here. And ball's taken over that boundary line there. As you're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV here from Cazalys Stadium. We've decided to change the footy for the mud wrestling tonight as the heavens have opened up just before half-time. Since then, I think we've only had the 9 points added, a goal and 3 points going the way of the Wanderers.
The big man here, he's just pleaded for that free kick and he's got it.
And a quick little kick out wide. One bearded buff to another. Clark went back to Stokes. Down the line he goes Walsh. Fight out a handball to no one. And there's a free kick for a trip. Advantage paid, I believe. No, it will be brought back.
Be nice to see Buffs find a target here and just work it in. They won't have time.
So just 47 seconds of time on added in that quarter, thanks to the rain and the changing conditions. As we said, just the 9 points added. A 35-point margin in favour of the Wanderers, 7-7-49. They're leading the Buffs 2-2-14. We'll bring you the final instalment of this Friday night footy clash after the break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Cazalys Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Cazalys has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at cazalysnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. King for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talk
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it. Bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to Cazalys Arena here in Palmerston. You're watching the fourth quarter of the round 10 clash between the Wanderers and Darwin Buffaloes. I'm Wills War. With me is Eilish Grundon. Eilish, can the Buffs come back from a 35-point deficit?
It's going to be really tough for them to do that, but given the rain stop, it might give them a little bit of hope as we see them go for a shot on goal here.
It's going to be brought back, I think, for a free kick. A late hit after he got rid of it. And the weather conditions have completely changed. It's feeling like Melbourne up here, 4 seasons in the one game of footy.
The only difference is the heat is still here regardless. So he's going to go back and take this kick. This will be a really a bit of light here for Buffs if they can get this through.
And just seeing the way this quarter has started with an interesting hit on Wills as he kicked it. I wonder if with the ceasing of the heat, or not the heat, the wet, are we going to see a bit more heat and spice on the field? In comes Wills. A coach's goal, you could say, as he gets the first of this last quarter, reduces the margin to 29 points, and their first goal since that first half.
Wills will be happy with that. Like you said, captain, coach, they needed that goal, so it'll be interesting to see if they can build on that.
And it'll be interesting to see not only how the teams adjust, but I guess just what exactly the conditions are like out there at the moment. There's not the rain, the downfall, I should say. But I'm sure there's plenty of water in the ground. Tapped down by Phillips. Dives on it now, and he'll give away a free kick for going at the legs.
Maguire just straight on the chest. That's exactly what you want as a full forward. Don't want to have to work too hard down there.
So Fraser Bradley for what could be his second if he can kick it. He's been okay tonight, hasn't had a bounty of opportunities. Had some pretty good, strong leads from the goal square, but just the one. Another one goes begging. And the fans give it to him, don't they?
They do. I think that's a credit to Buff's backline there to keep him with only one and a minor.
30-point margin here. Stokes will take a mark on half back. He'll go for a switch. Gee, that was ambitious, but it's paid off. Now comes out to Wills. Well, he's got nothing to go to, and he's being harassed by Keenan Smith-Thompson, who's been very good tonight as well. What Wills has done has worked out pretty well. Big hit there going to Parsons, but it won't bother him. Now, here comes Russell. Got it inboard to Stokes running through. They turn it over, though, and Wanderers just seem to have the numbers. Look at those goal jumpers there. Now Mealy gets a handball back over the top. Parsons back inboard. Oh, Morrison hesitated a little bit, didn't he? But safe hands in the end.
Yeah, he was very lucky there, but a good level-headed kick across there to switch lanes.
Lots of direction coming from the benches in this fourth quarter. Big strong tackle. Wills held without it. Motlop realised that Fane was there and released his arm straight away as well. So the ball's still alive. Deans, he picks it up again, intercepting on half-back, then a little toe poke backwards. High contact means it'll be a free kick going the way of the Buffs. Motlop and Deans getting into each other.
Oh.
Needs to be careful. They've been hot on the 50s tonight. And that is not one the milestone man would want to remember. I think that makes it 7 50-metre penalties for the night, Eilish.
Yeah, well, it's good. Well, it's good the umpires are getting involved. Unfamiliar territory for Deans down here in the forward line. Looks like he's going to take his time, though.
He's feeling it.
Stretching out the hamstrings.
Inside 50, probably about 45 when he gets onto it. Oh, it's a kick out wide, and I reckon he'll be sent straight back to the half-back line.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there. Buffs could have done with that, but it's starting to look like Wanderers are going to run away with this one.
Fuller. Kicks it.
Deans.
Oh. Take two. Maybe he's going the 7-point play. That's a great mark there from Williams.
That is great by Deans.
Good camera angle here for Williams. Been relatively quiet. Kicked an important goal last week in their win. Can this be the start of something? Or it's not going to be. Fades early and stays there late. So just a behind.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Buffs really needed that.
Halfway through this final term, and it's a 28-point margin. And we'll have a boundary throw in on the forward flank for the Buffs. Need the next goal. Ball tapped down. Motlop picks it up. Gets a handball out. Fuller hoiks it out of there. Oh, again, Deans. Look at him go.
Deans again.
Never say die attitude tonight. Winds up. Inside 50 he goes. Comes off Foster's hands. Back to Walsh. Motlop will push it out wide to Shanks. Now to Leggett. A few smoke and mirrors being thrown the umpire's way to see if they'll pay it. I don't know what happened there. It's very uncharacteristic from Leggett, and that's out on the full. And it didn't look like staying in at all.
No.
Sean Wright to bring it back in.
Maybe all that yelling from the sideline didn't help him there.
Goes a short, sharp one into Stokes. Bounces off the chest. Oh, and then just another hack along the ground. Couldn't take possession. Wanderers won't mind this at all. It's just absolutely killing the clock. They've got a 28-point lead. And in context of the season, halfway through with just one win, they need a lot to go right for them, but they might take a little bit of solace in bringing the Buffs back down with them towards the bottom of the table. They probably needed this win, the Buffs, to stay in touch with the finals and the top five. There's been a little bit of a hit off the ball there as well. Will go in the hands of Foster. No, it's in the hands of Blake Mealy. Just went for a little short one. Probably went higher than it went long. Stokes goes inside the forward 50. I think that's Falcon Sum on the way through. Kicking it out that wide side.
Both teams working hard here, but Wanderers have come off with it.
Deans again. We'll touch it on the deck. Safe option in these conditions. A light drizzle has continued throughout this final term. Paradigm shift compared to what we had in that third quarter.
Pleading with the umpire, and they've got this here, Buffs.
Kicks it to the hot spot. And kicks straight back out that far side, and mark taken by McRae relatively easily.
Oh, and intercepted.
Cassian Sambono intercepts. Lippo tried to fist it forward. Zach Fuller copped some attention as he got rid of it. Worthley, so too did he. Ball kicked out of there. Oh, Fraser Bradley goes for an unrealistic attempt, so Dean will get another. No, he won't. It'll be advantage will be taken, which in wet conditions, I'm not sure if that's the best option. Although it's sort of paid off for them. We now have a bit of a foot race on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, and it's won there by high contact.
He's going to get rewarded there for putting his head over the ball.
So Deshaun Wright there. And I guess that can happen in these conditions as well. A big flash above the skies there. I might have copped a glimpse of it on your screen. Gooey asking for the run. Oh, he gets it now. Loads up. He goes to the hot spot. Don't know if anyone else was privy to the plan there, and it spills through for a behind. In fact, it's going to be a free kick going the way of the Buffs. I think they're saying deliberate. Which I'd like to see the replay on that again. I don't know if he got an actual touch on it before it went through. So that's going to end up being a goal.
Wow, that's very unlucky. He was definitely trying to mark that ball. So anyway, the umpires do know what's best.
And reduces the margin to 22 points. So maybe we have a game on our hand as we tick over 16 minutes here in the final quarter, as you're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV here at Cazalys Stadium. Wanderers trying to reverse the script from the round one result when these two sides last met, a 52-point victory against them in favour of the Buffs that night. Tonight, 3 goals, 4 points is the ledger in their favour. Up in the middle of the ground, Coombs won the tap, not the clearance. That goes to Leggett, pushes it out wide. Bradley Stokes wheels around. Mark taken there. Gee, Buffs are going for it here, aren't they? Now comes into Russell, looking for Wright. Worthley, he goes out wide, looking for Keenan Smith-Thompson. A little dribbler. Werchin. Kick forward, goes inside that forward 50. Deans.
Sends it all the way down, almost into the 50 here.
Gee, I reckon Coombs had to be careful there. He came on pretty heavy as the play was ducking over the ball, didn't make contact. Good defensive mark there against Sombono. Needed to be careful as well. He didn't give away a free kick, and not a good kick to Clee. Again, in these conditions, they just need to take a breath. Game's not quite on the line, but Wanderers could do themselves all the world of good by just taking a breath and killing 30 seconds, couldn't they, Eilish?
Yeah, just to hit a few more of those targets to tidy it up a little bit, especially in this wet weather footy. It's water slides out there at the moment.
Phillips, he was waiting for it. Leggett gets it out. Cleat, the usual suspects.
Oh, straight over the sideline. Again, just that wet ball.
Walsh has also been handy tonight with 2 goals. Ball will be thrown in on that forward flank. Buffaloes will do everything they can from here as we tick towards the 19-minute mark. Maguire. Walsh, a little fend off and a little feign of a stumble over that boundary line.
Like you said before, they'll be happy here. That's just going over the sideline, burning that clock down.
Into Stokes, just gets boot to ball, looking for centre half forward. Or running through his Lippo. Can he finally hit the scoreboard here? Oh, that's a shocker off the boot. Might pay off for them. I'm not sure how much time the full-back had, and the umpire's going to say it's a ball up. Fuller's done very well there. trying to get out of there worthily. Wills just soccers it off the ground. Maybe needed to be a bit more precise than that.
Yeah, that one wasn't going to go through. They've still got a chance here. If they can just keep this ball down here, they might get another one through to make the damage not as bad.
Taken out by Foster. He kicked that last goal from the goal square. Leggett, it's intercepted, and then he gets it out to Holmesburg. He pushes down the line now to Maguire. Just need to slow it up now as we hit the 21-minute mark. I don't imagine this quarter's going to go for too long. Just the 2 goals, both the way the Buffaloes. Firstly to Wills and then to Foster. None to the Wanderers yet, but they'll take solace in their 22-point lead as it stands. Ooh, Deans needs to be careful there. He's done that a couple of times tonight.
He has, just coming in a bit too hot.
No malice in it, but it's not always seen that way, particularly from the heat of a footy field. Leggett now held tight. He goes to the top of the 50. Gooey tried to intercept. It was just a little short. Wright got it back to Parsons. Back to Wright. They find a player in Hucker. Probably prior to his third quarter, he was one of the better players on the ground, but hasn't quite had enough support along with Deans in the double blue jumpers tonight to get their team back within striking distance of the lead. Meanwhile, for the Wanderers, some of those better players you think would have been the usual suspects in Leggett and Clee. I'd say along with Walsh, he's been pretty handy. Yeah. And Lennon Marm, particularly in that first half when the damage was done. As the siren goes, Eilish, a 22-point lead, 22-point victory in favour of the Wanderers.
Yeah, probably not obviously not the result that Buffs would want, but really hard work there from the Wanderers. They wanted a hard hit out to bounce back from last week, and they've definitely got that.
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of a warning to the competition as well about, I guess, just the importance of showing up on time. If the Buffs had put up some of the fight that they'd put up in that last quarter in the first half, it might have been a very different story when the rain hit, and you always need to make sure you make the advantage of the good weather before the bad weather comes. But back to the drawing board for them. For the Wanderers, they add to their wins tally for season 25-26. They'll stay in 8th position at the moment. They can try and progress towards fighting for that top 5. It's been a pleasure bringing you the football tonight. I look forward to bringing you more games throughout the season and throughout the rest of round 10.